Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome everybody.
Right, as you can see by the title, well, I don't think it is in the title. I'm doing a bell. Now, there's been a lot, I don't know what it's all about. A lot of people have been doing bells just lately. Doing them with a spindle gouge and a skew. Well, anyone can do them with a spindle gouge and a skew. That's just easy, isn't it? So I thought I'd show you how to do them with carbide, because I know a lot of you watching the channel have got carbide. For whatever reason you want them for, that's up to you. That's good. So I'm going to do a bell here out of pine with carbide, and all I'm using is the 9mm box follower and a detail. That's all I'm using. That's the only two tools. Okay, so here I'm just roughing it down. It's the wood was square, as you could see, and I'm starting from a square piece of wood, just getting the rough shape, and then I'm going to hollow it. Keeping it rolled over, so we get a nice clean finish, because this is pine, so you need a clean finish. Now, yes, I have got a thing on my hand there. I know you don't have to write in and tell me how dangerous it is and how I'm going to blow up the weld or whatever by wearing one. I've had a bit of trouble with my thumb, and I had to have that on. It's just a support strap. Okay, that's all it is. And it won't catch because I know what I'm doing. There you go, for the first time. I don't put that anywhere near anything, so there you go. It's only over my thumb. Alright, just come in straight. I'm not drilling no holes. Straight in on the centre with the carbide. And as you can see, all I'm doing is dropping the handle. So straight on the middle, drop your handle. That's all you have to do. You can go in and just push round on the side, but the trouble with that, you'll get a lot of tear out, especially on pine. And I'm just using the carbide to actually drill the hole out for me, push it down. Sorry, didn't mean to put my head in the way there, but I've got to have a look and see. When you've got a hole, you've always got to have a look in it, haven't you? What are you laughing for? There's nothing funny in that. See, you got a hole, you've got to have a look in it, haven't you? It's worse than that. I always have to put my finger in the hole. But there we go. Sorry if that's got a little bit blurry there. That's because it's the camera's focusing on my nut rather than the rather than the thing. So I'll move the camera around a little bit. There we go. But I can't help it. I've got to look to see inside. So I do apologise that it goes that little bit blurry. Just getting it nice and thin there. Obviously, as it gets a bit thinner, you get a little bit more noise. So I just put my finger on the outside, and that helps to just sort of stable it a little bit. And it deadens the noise a little bit. It takes away so much. But I'm sorry, yes, I put my head in the way again. It's just to try and get a look up into that bottom bit. We're nearly done on this anyway. Just got a couple of little clean-up cuts. I'm sorry, I know I'm blocking you. But at least you can read what it says on my filter. Just in case for anyone that's interested. Right, there we go. I won't get in the way again. a little bit of sand in. I'll put my dust extractor on. I just emptied my bag and cleaned my filter this morning, and that's got some power to it now. Now, I did notice there's a little, as I sand that a little bit, there's a little bit on the very up top there, little ring there. I just need to get that, so just come in and tiny little clean up. I know you can't see it, but it was just a faint little ring there on the bottom, so I just want to clean that off. There we go. And all we've used so far is a 9mm box hollower, the GT #1 box hollower. That's all we've used at the moment. Tiny little bit of sand in. I'm only using the one grit. I'm not going over the top on it. It gives a good enough finish. It's just a 180 grit, that's all it is. Right, now we do a little clean up on the bottom edge of it. So a tiny little, just brush it a little bit there, that's it. There we go, nice and clean. And now we're going to come in, just do a fine little shape up on the outside, and then we'll start to get the top of the bell. Now I know you can't see a lot of this here. I will move the camera round, well not round, I'll move it round to the other side so you can see from the other side in a minute. But I'm just basically just getting rid of some wood on this top bit now. Remember to use the bevel of your cutter. If you push in and scrape, you're just going to get so much tear out, especially on pine. And believe me, it will not sand out. You won't sand it out. Right, there you go. I'll move you around to there. I quite like the shape of that bell.
Yeah, it's nice.
And now I will get rid of some wood. Now, this is one of the things when using carbide. You have to give yourself a little bit more room than you would if you was using a spindle gouge or a skew chisel, because you've got to remember your cutter's connected to a bar, and you've got to allow for room for the bar to be able to get in. So you have to maybe have a little bit larger piece of wood so you can have a bit more of a gap there at the end for where you're going to part off from. Especially if you're just starting out, or you're new to turning or new to carbides, you don't want to be getting catches. Catches are really spoil your day. So I'm just going to move some more of this away from here. Right, now switching over to a detail chisel. Now, and I'm going to come in just to do the bit of detail on the top. And we're going to have a little bead and then a ball. Now, when you're doing these bits with the detail, always be mindful of where that cutter is. Remember, it widens up in the middle, so you don't want that to hit any wood, because it would give you a nasty catch. It give you quite a surprise when it happens. And you tend to concentrate on the tip of the tool and not be aware of what the side's doing, and that's why give yourself enough space, enough room. As you can see, I'm just widening it up a little bit more here. I used a 9mm for this, it'll be easier. Quicker, I should say. There you go. It gives me a little bit more room. Because like I say, you don't want the side of that detail cutter to catch. If it was to hit onto that wood, that would really give you a nasty catch, and that would spoil your day, I can tell you. Right, so there we go. That's the basic bit done. I'll give it a quick little sand. I'm giving this a little bit more time with sand because I want to actually put, I'm going to put a finish on this. I'm not going to leave it as bare wood. I'm going to actually put some of my shellac on the bottom. Not on the bottom, on all of it, I should say. Put some of my shellac on it. Having to just support it a little bit. I've got to take my time and go careful because it's pine and it would break off quite easily. It's not as strong as a hardwood. If it was a piece of beech or something, I wouldn't have to worry so much. If you press too hard, you can't see it here. I can actually see where it's flexing and moving as I'm sanding, so I didn't want it to come off prematurely. Didn't want no premature ejections. Ejections, I said. I didn't want it to eject off. Don't want none of that sort of thing going on. I do apologise, guys. I do really apologise. She has a very weird sense of humour.
I've just got a dirty mind.
But she'll always be. She's my rock. She is my rock. She really is. Right. Just put my hand there to stop it spraying up. There we go. Nice little bit of shellac on there. Remember, don't tether yourself to it. Don't wrap any bits of cloth around your fingers. If it catches, it just pulls straight out. Simple as that. And yes, I know I'm wearing sleeves as well before the old safety police get on it. Yes, but they're nice tight sleeves, no loose bits, no hangy bits. It's keeping me warm. End of. Right, and now I'm going to come in and use the parting tool. Not the parting tool, sorry, the detail chisel, just to part this off. I'm only using the two tools, remember. I'm not using no parting tools, but you can use a parting tool if you want to. You don't have to do it like this. Obviously, I'm just showing two tools and you can make as many bells as you want. And you won't have to go off and sharpen or do anything silly like that. You won't have to do loads of sanding. Just your two carbide tools and you can play all day with your dinglings. There we go. Off it comes. Now, I'll pop it down. I'll come round and I'll widen the camera out a little bit so you can see the other way. Donut. That's it. Right, just give that a little clean up on the end. Trying to go. I've got so much. I'm all dusty on my hands. Like this, is where I end up. It sticks to the shellac because it hasn't fully cured in time, and then.
Oh, yeah.
But you know that's what happens, isn't it? Quick little sand, and we are done. I'll put a little bit of shellac on it. There we go. So that's a little bell guy. Nice and clean inside. You can see it's all nicely finished. All finished around there. No tear outs. Okay, no torn grain, no torn marks, no nothing. Alright. Now, I just thought about that and thought, well, you didn't really get that good a close view. So what I will do is I'll put it there and I'll come round and I'll zoom you in a little bit. So you can have a bit closer up of a look. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to say toodle pip, guys.
Bye, guys. Get playing with your dingalings.